In the heart of a quaint village nestled in the mist-laden moors of the United Kingdom, there lived a woman named Janet. She was an enigmatic figure, her presence shrouded in an air of mystery. Her piercing green eyes held secrets untold, and her pale complexion seemed to hint at a hidden darkness within. Janet resided in a centuries-old manor that stood atop a hill, overlooking the village below. The locals spoke in hushed whispers about her, rumors of witchcraft and unspeakable rituals echoing through the cobblestone streets. Superstitions flourished as tales of Janet's uncanny abilities and cursed existence spread like wildfire. As time passed, a foreboding darkness crept over the village. Crops withered, livestock fell ill, and an air of despair settled upon the once thriving community. The villagers, gripped by fear, could no longer ignore the unsettling events that seemed to unfold at Janet's behest. One stormy autumn night, as the wind howled through the ancient trees and rain lashed against the window panes, a group of brave villagers decided to confront Janet and put an end to the torment that had befallen their lives. Armed with crosses, holy water, and torches, they marched up the winding path that led to Janet's manor. Lightning illuminated their path, casting eerie shadows on the damp stone walls. Their determined footsteps echoed through the darkness as they reached the imposing front door. As the villagers banged on the door, a deep silence settled over the land. The very air seemed to hold its breath, anticipation and dread mingling in the hearts of those who stood before Janet's abode. After an agonizing wait, the door creaked open, revealing Janet standing in the dimly lit foyer, a wry smile playing on her lips. Suddenly the world erupted into chaos. Shadows danced on the walls, demonic whispers filled the air, and the villagers found themselves trapped in a nightmare from which there seemed to be no escape. One by one they fell victim to Janet's unholy powers, their souls consumed by the malevolent force she had summoned. In the end, only one villager managed to escape the clutches of Janet's wrath. Broken and filled with survivor's guilt, the lone witness vowed to expose the true nature of Janet's evil to the world. But as he set out to spread the word, he realized the terrifying truth. The darkness that had taken hold of Janet had spread beyond the village, infecting all those who had crossed her path. The once thriving village now lay desolate, a testament to Janet's reign of terror. Janet, having achieved her dark desires, retreated deeper into the shadows, her laughter echoing through the empty streets. And so the tale of Janet from the UK serves as a haunting reminder of the allure and danger that lie within the heart of darkness. It warns us of the sinister forces that can consume even the most innocent of souls, leaving only devastation and despair in their wake. In the vast untamed wilderness of Canada, there lived a man named Alan. He was a solitary figure, finding solace in the vastness of the forests that surrounded his remote cabin. Alan was an enigma to the small nearby town, rarely seen and rarely spoken of, his presence haunting the outskirts of their collective consciousness. The townsfolk whispered rumors of Alan's past, stories of tragedy and loss that had driven him to seek refuge in the unforgiving wilderness. They spoke of his strange rituals and dealings with the supernatural, fueling their fears with each retelling. One fateful winter, a deep cold settled over the land. Blizzards raged, and the darkness of the long night seemed impenetrable. It was during this time that Alan, driven by a sense of desperation, stumbled upon an ancient tome hidden within the depths of his cabin. The book, bound in worn leather and adorned with cryptic symbols, emanated an otherworldly aura. Curiosity, tinged with a hint of madness, gripped Alan's heart as he delved into the forbidden knowledge within. The book promised untold power and a chance to rewrite his tragic past. As Alan immersed himself in the forbidden pages, the line between reality and nightmare began to blur. Whispers echoed through the woods, carried by the chilling wind. Shadows danced on the snow-covered trees, their movements hypnotic and unsettling. With each passing day, Alan's mind became consumed by the dark forces he had awakened. His desires grew twisted and malevolent, his soul tainted by the very power he had sought to control. He yearned for dominion over the world, to reshape it according to his will. Driven by an insatiable hunger for power, Alan harnessed the dark energies swirling around him. The once pristine snow transformed into an obsidian abyss, and the surrounding trees contorted into grotesque shapes. The very fabric of reality strained under the weight of Alan's unholy desires. The townsfolk, sensing the encroaching darkness, gathered their courage and embarked on a perilous journey to confront the man who had become a harbinger of destruction. Armed with determination and faith, they set out to put an end to Alan's reign of terror. As they reached his cabin, an eerie silence greeted them. The air crackled with an unnatural energy, and the world seemed to hold its breath. With trepidation, they entered the cabin, only to be met with a nightmarish sight. Alan, consumed by the darkness he had unleashed, had transformed into a monstrous entity. His body contorted, his eyes glowed with an unholy light. In a frenzy of desperation and madness, he unleashed a torrent of dark magic upon the townsfolk, their bodies torn asunder, their souls forever trapped in the eternal grasp of the shadows. The once thriving town now lay in ruins, its streets stained with blood and despair. Alan, having achieved his twisted version of power, found himself isolated and haunted by the consequences of his actions. He was forever tormented by the cries of the innocent, their faces etched in his mind. And so, the tale of Alan from Canada serves as a chilling reminder of the dangers that lie within the depths of one's own desires. It cautions against the allure of forbidden knowledge and the consequences that follow when one succumbs to the darkness that lurks within. In the heart of the picturesque countryside in Belgium, there lived a woman named Dani. She was a captivating presence, her beauty a striking contrast to the darkness that flickered behind her emerald eyes. Dani possessed an allure that drew others to her like moths to a flame, yet there was an undeniable sense of unease that surrounded her. Dani resided in a grand ancestral mansion that had been in her family for generations. The local townsfolk spoke of her in hushed whispers, sharing tales of tragedy and the cursed bloodline that coursed through her veins. Legends of witchcraft and dark rituals echoed through the cobblestone streets, casting a shadow over the once thriving community. As time went on, the village became plagued by an inexplicable and unending darkness. Crops withered, livestock perished, and a sense of despair settled over the land like a heavy fog. The townspeople, gripped by fear and desperation, began to suspect that Dani and her cursed lineage were the source of their misfortune. One moonlit evening, a group of courageous villagers decided to confront Dani, seeking answers to the darkness that had befallen their lives. They made their way to the imposing gates of the mansion, hearts pounding with trepidation and resolve. As they ventured deeper into the labyrinthine corridors of the mansion, the air grew heavy with an ancient malevolence. The flickering candlelight cast eerie shadows on the peeling wallpaper, revealing hints of forgotten secrets that lurked within the walls. Finally, they reached Dani's chamber, a room enveloped in an unsettling stillness. The villagers hesitated, their breath caught in their throats as they pushed open the door. Before them stood Dani, her once beautiful visage twisted into a grotesque mask of malevolence. The room erupted into chaos as dark forces awakened. The walls writhed with serpentine tendrils, and whispers of ancient incantations filled the air. Dani, consumed by her own darkness, unleashed a torrent of unholy power upon the unsuspecting villagers. One by one, the villagers succumbed to the horrifying onslaught, their bodies contorted and twisted, their screams of agony swallowed by the cacophony of the unholy rituals. Blood stained the floor, pooling beneath their lifeless forms as the darkness claimed their souls. In the aftermath, the once vibrant village lay in ruins, its streets echoing with the chilling silence of death. Dani, now transformed into a vessel of pure malevolence, reveled in her newfound power. She had embraced the darkness within her, forever doomed to roam the halls of her ancestral mansion, a beacon of terror and despair. And so, the tale of Dani from Belgium serves as a haunting reminder of the horrors that can lie hidden beneath beauty's facade. It warns of the consequences of embracing one's own darkness and the irreversible path one may tread when consumed by malevolence. The village remains a ghostly testament to the darkness that claimed their lives, a chilling reminder of Dani's insatiable thirst for power and the tragic fate that awaited those who dared to confront her. Thanks for watching today's video. Please consider subscribing and hitting the like button. It really helps us out. And until next time, stay safe and never wander too far from the light.